that are just now new to the channel. We do a lot of dump truck content, do it yourself content, all that type of jazz. But today I got a special treat for those of you that have been watching my channel for a while. You guys know my shop is basically in this shipping container. Now, excuse the mess because we've been moving everything, working on what I'm about to show you. So, without further ado, let me take you for a little tour of the shipping container shop. So, as you can see, we got a light switch right here. We got a plug-in that's energized. What's up, brother? So, back here is our panel. It's going to be a 200 amp, 240 panel. So far, we got 3 breakers wired. This one right here is this plug. And then we got these other 2 ones that are also wired with and the outlet. So we got 9 lights all lined up. Nope, ain't getting that till April or so. 9 lights lit up. They're LEDs. They're rated at 9,000 lumens a piece. And then I got one back for the end here. This one right here. I don't know if I'm going to put it in or not yet. This is kind of a bigger square one that'll go right there. I'm thinking eventually I might have the access to the shop. I might cut this door out and put an actual door inside of the door. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. So, just trying to figure it out one step at a time. But yeah, we got light in here, guys. It's pretty bright. Definitely enough light to do whatever I wanted. Whatever I want, My buddy Scott was invaluable in this effort. He's the one that helped me put the, he helped me order all the right stuff and get it all, basically, we got a whole bunch of stuff right here. He basically made the list and, got all the stuff. And then we've been putting it together, one step at a time. But 2 years in the making, guys. Finally have electricity and light in the shop. Right? Now, if you look over here, we got a 50 amp breaker. That's going to be going to a welder plug. And then I'll finally be able to use my PowerMig 260. It's been collecting dust for 2 years that I haven't even been able to use. Look at the amount of dust on this thing. Yeah. Yep, that bad boy's dying to get used. So that's going to be super, super exciting. We're going to have a plug probably right down here somewhere for that. And that'll be its final resting spot. Will be right there. And then I might end up putting a plug up there in case I want to roll it up there and weld something out that end. But I haven't really made up my mind yet. So this has been pretty cool, learning how to bend all the conduit and stuff. I pretty much learned it on my own. I mean, Scott showed me the basics when we were in the store when we bought the pipe bender. But it's gonna get wild in here pretty quick. We got a couple 100 feet of this conduit, and I'm gonna be putting outlets everywhere, right? So we got all these knockouts right here, right? We're gonna have conduits going down, and we're gonna have every other, we're gonna have every other one, probably an outlet. And then on the other side, we're gonna have even more. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have one for the drill press, couple going down the line. Your shop looks like mine. 10 gallons of stuff in a 5-gallon bucket. Pretty much, Blake. Pretty much. I mean, it's pretty wild right now because, obviously the electrical and everything, I had to move stuff around. And, I've been getting stuff out of the rain. Yeah, we're going to be doing outside lights too. We haven't done any yet, but we're definitely going to be doing outside lights. It's going to be wild. Let me just put it that way. I've probably spent about, I don't know, 7 or 8 grand so far on just all this electrical stuff, the wire, and all the goodies. Bought a couple tools. This Milwaukee bandsaw, bought that. That thing is slick. That is the cat's meow right there. It's a. That thing is just, man, it is nice. Right? It's got a little brush that cleans it. The one thing, I was disappointed because when I bought this, it didn't even come with one blade. Like, come on, Milwaukee. Like, how you gonna sell a bandsaw like this? Couple $100 and it doesn't even come with one. Doesn't even come with one blade. I thought that was kind of stupid. I bought this Bosch. It's a demolition hammer. But I'm actually going to be taking this back because I thought, well, I had my grandpa buy it, but he was supposed to buy the demolition rotary hammer, right? So it's supposed to be a drill and a hammer, and this is only the hammer. So we were able to use it for what I wanted, but this is a ground rod pounder. So we were able to use it for that, but I'm taking this thing back and I'm getting a rotary hammer one. That way I can put drill bits in and I can drill through some pretty good concrete. Because, we got the slab out there. If I ever want to drill into it or put something into it, I need a nice rotary hammer drill. So we'll be taking this Bosch back. It's good tool, but I just don't have a need for it, If I need a demo hammer, I'll just grab my big jackhammer or I'll grab the excavator. I don't really need any fine jackhammering done. So, yep, that's where we're at, guys. Thought I'd do that little update, show you guys, the panel and the wiring that's going in here. It's pretty slick. So, ooh, nice. Yeah, I'd love to have a break, Mike. If you have an extra one, ship one down to Washington. A metal brake would be really nice to have. Yeah, it would be really nice to have a metal brake. There's so many times where I need to bend something, but I don't have one of those yet. It's in the makings, but what's up, Richard? How you doing, man? Long time no see. Finally got some light in the shop. Need you an air and heat mini split. What's that? What's a mini split? we already have heat in here. We got a nice wood stove. But yeah, it would be nice to. Oh, I think you're talking about one of those HVAC things. HVAC and be AC and heating. If that's what you're talking about, that would be nice to get one of those. That would be nice. Yeah. Those are nice. I wouldn't mind having one of those for sure. For sure. Probably long term, definitely. You know, probably 5 years from now or whatever. Once the house is built or whatever, then we'd probably go with something like that. I still got to get 2 more shipping containers to put on top of these, you know. But that's. Oh, they are cheap? What's one going for these days? Probably like 2,000-3,000. Maybe if I get enough side jobs, I'll buy one. Got trucks to run tomorrow. Oh, you working tomorrow, Blake? Yeah, I didn't like 1,500 or 2,500. That's not bad. Well, trusses for the shop. I have no idea, man. Before I do that, I need to get 2 more shipping containers and put them on top of these. Right? And then I don't know if I'm going to have trusses made or if I might just buy like steel I-beams and run them that way, you know, and then put the spancrete, you know, the concrete span over the top of them. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really thought about that too much. Yeah, what, 145? You get 145 for your trucks now? Yeah. Must be nice being retired. Tomorrow, Paul's running tomorrow. So I'm going to take that Bosch back to Home Depot and probably get a Milwaukee rotary hammer. And then it's coming along slowly. I haven't finished building the hopper yet. I'm probably going to wait, to be honest with you, to do any more on the rock crusher until I get my that welder plugged in, because then I can really do some welding quick without, you know, having to do 20 million welding passes with the stick welder, you know, because that can do 1/2 inch in a single pass versus a stick welder, you're doing like 3 passes to get 1/2 inch, right? So probably going to wait till I get that wired in, which I might have that wired in tomorrow, maybe. I just got to figure out what it takes to. Yeah. Blake, all you got to do is sell a whole bunch of stuff. Then you can retire. You got plenty of stuff you can just sell and retire, Blake. Yeah, retirement does sound nice. I was retired for like the last 7 months. Did nothing but fishing and just stupid stuff. That was fun. It was pretty fun. But I'll tell you what, like, you think you're going to have time to do what you want? You're going to be so busy doing weird stuff, like just miscellaneous stuff. Like, you still have lots of stuff to get done. So it's not like, you know, just sit on the couch and watch TV the rest of your life. You know what I mean? But this Friday, me and my grandpa, we're going to be going up to we're going to stay in a hotel and we're going to go on a hike. Yeah, you trade age for retirement. Yeah, there's definitely always projects. I mean, here we are, wiring a shop, right? Took me 2 years to get electricity out here. We were going to wait to do the electricity in here until the house was built. But then I was just like, we're putting the house off. Let's just get electricity in the shop. It's not going to cost us a whole bunch of money, but we'll just get it done. That way I have, the electricity to really do some welding, some serious welding if I need to. Also, I'm going to be upgrading my air compressor, and I need some electricity for an air compressor. Yeah, heck yeah, Morgan. That's what I'm about right there. That's what I'm about. Yeah, retirement. I don't want to be so old that I can't do nothing. I just want to, and I'm pretty much, I feel like I'm almost there where I have enough money to do whatever I want whenever I want. I'm almost there, And so, it's just, everybody's journey is different, So we're working our plan. We're working it, So we finally got electricity out here. One of the main reasons we were going to put off the electricity in the shop was because to do 200 amps out here, we have to hook it up to the meter base, right? Which can't open the meter base up because it's got PUD's little lock on it, right? It's a tamper-proof lock. You're not supposed to open it or else, you'll get in big trouble. So what we did was we put a 125 amp breaker in the panel, in the temporary panel, and we downsized the wires. And it's a cool process because we took that big wire, it's like 2-aught or 3-aught or whatever it is, and we went from this wire to about, half the size. And we had to do these resin connections where it's like you put them in this lug, right? Tighten them down, and then there's this like plastic tube, right? Tape the ends, you squeeze it, and then there's 2 funnels that go into it, and you mix a whole bunch of resin up and you dump it and you squeeze it in there. It makes these cool resin connections or whatever. Anyways, that's how we did that until the house gets built. Then we'll be able to take the thick wire and plug it right into the meter base where we can get a full 200 amps. But 125, realistically, 125 is a lot of power. I don't have any heavy machines to use all that. So we'll be good. We'll be good for a while. Till the house is built, at least. Then we can start buying lifts and, all the stuff that Mike's got. That guy's got some cool stuff. Not gonna lie. I'm a little jealous. He's got some cool stuff. But anyways, I just thought I would show you guys the update on the shop. Truck's coming. Should be here in April, May, June, somewhere in there. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, I know, Mark. I know, Mike. It takes time. It definitely takes time, especially if you do it the way I'm doing it and paying cash for everything. I mean, anybody can go get a credit card and just max it out. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm doing. I'm doing the cash thing, and you're right, it takes time, And the nice thing about it is when you go through a certain period of time where you're struggling and you're just working through it, you're just getting through it nice and easy. And you start out with nothing, and then by the time you have everything, you enjoy it so much more, right? Because you remember back when I moved down here and I had no light. I had none of this. No light in here. It was light a candle type deal, right? I had no heat in here. I had no electricity in here. We didn't even have electricity to our camper. We used a generator, guys. For like 7 months, 8 months, we used a generator. A Harbor Freight generator. Is that crazy? 7 months we used a Harbor Freight generator. Right? And then I bought this that Miller welder, the one that I sold. And that generator didn't work, but the welder did. So I ended up buying the other Miller that I got, I think it's a Bobcat or whatever it is. I ended up getting that one, and I was able to at least air up my air compressor, because before I had to get my big generator out, and dude, like, I'll never forget the times, man. I'll never forget it, because when you go from having to use a generator to use an air compressor just so you can take one lug nut off a dump truck to, having friggin', 240 volts and having a big dual air compressor, done. The amount of satisfaction you get just from looking back at where you came from, the amount of satisfaction you get from looking back and saying, man, look where we came, look where we're at now. Like, it's just, nothing compares. Nothing compares. And a lot of you guys know that, But anyways, got 23 of you guys in here watching the live stream. Hit that like button. Show me that you guys are enjoying the content. 2 likes is not enough. I will shut this stream off right now if we don't get a couple more likes on there. From Amish to where you are now. Basically, Blake, I was basically Amish. There we go. Get those likes up. Show the algorithm we got some good content. Right? Yeah, so basically from being Amish to being, having electricity everywhere. That's pretty cool, guys. That's pretty exciting. And, I'm glad you guys have been able to watch what we've done, right? Came from nothing. And it just goes to show you guys have the same opportunities. If you just save a little bit of your money and, just save it up, and then you buy something that can make you money, and the next thing you know, it starts to snowball, You just can't blow your money on stupid stuff like lattes and coffee and going out to eat. You know what I mean? That, I think, one of the biggest things that held me back with money was, we spent so much money on food and, just stupid stuff. Yeah. No, we're gonna be hiring out the building of the house to a contractor. But I've been waiting for the price to come down. That's the main reason we haven't started building the house yet. Basically, what we did, Ryan, was we ran, we have 1 meter, and the meter goes to our panel, and then from the panel, we got our second panel. Because once the house is built, then this panel is going to be powered straight from the meter along with our house panel. They'll both be powered by the meter directly. But right now it's powered off of the... Amen to that, Morgan. Amen to that. And dude, people, I hate to say it, guys, like, in 1 year, I was making, $20 an hour, something like that. That's not a lot of money, guys. That's what I was making before I started my business. You would not believe how much money you can save on food. Like, you can literally save almost $600 a month on food. So probably, I probably don't want a gas-powered air compressor because I don't want to be buying gas all the time. I guess. I mean, I haven't really looked into gas air compressors. Like, does it run on propane or gasoline? If it runs on gasoline, I don't want it because I hate having to go to the gas station just to fill up stuff. Like, I already have this welder that's gas powered, and it's just like every other time I go to use it, the thing's empty. Seems like, it's like, oh, gotta go check the gas cans. Everybody needs to vote that right way in 2 weeks. Vote out Biden's economy. Yeah, no, I agree. Midterms coming up. Yeah. Well, so I don't know what your guys' numbers are, but I can tell you when I was working full time, me and my wife sat down. Before we bought our duplex, we sat down and we actually wrote out a budget. And we said, okay, this is what we're spending. We went and looked at our bank statements and said, this is what we're spending. Let's see if we can do it for cheaper, right? So we started out, we had seen our overall spending in 1 month. It was like $600 on groceries. And I looked at my wife and I said, we literally spent $600 on groceries. All we're doing is eating that and pooping it and pissing it out. Like, all that money is just disappearing. No, we haven't insulated it yet, Ryan. Have not insulated it yet. I've been lazy on the insulation. But I've been thinking of doing, they make foam pads, like styrofoam. I'm thinking of doing that on the ceiling. I just haven't done it yet. So we looked at our bank statements and we said, okay, we're spending $600 a month. Let's cut that in half immediately. Chop that sucker in half and see if we can do it. We did it. The first month, not even an issue. We're like, okay, that's easy. Let's chop that in half again. The next month, we were doing $150. And we're like, oh, it's getting tighter. It's getting tighter. It's getting snugger. Do we really need to buy this or this? Can we live without it? Next thing you know, right? So we went from $100 a month in food to $100 a month. That's $500 every month, guys. And do I look like I'm malnutrition? No, I don't. Right? So you guys there tell me, I can't live like that. I can't eat top ramen or macaroni and cheese, rice and beans and chicken. I can't live like that. Dude, you're full of crap, bro. You just don't want it bad enough. That's what it really comes down to, is you don't want it bad enough. And we wanted it. And so we were like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's cut this down. $25 a week. We did it. Yeah. That is the biggest reason I was able to save enough money to buy my first dump truck. That is literally the biggest reason, because I saved $10,000 in 1 year. That's all we were able to just scrape together. Like, no more going out to the movies, no buying movies, no Netflix, no internet besides our phone and our hotspot. We literally cut down every single expense, and 10 grand was all we could save in 1 year. Like, if it costed money, we weren't doing it. That's how we were. We were not driving. We weren't going on road trips. We weren't going out to eat. We weren't doing none of that. So we saved up 10 grand, and I had that $10,000 in my hands, right? And I went to go look at that dump truck. And the guy wanted 10 grand, and I said, dude, that's not worth 10 grand. I'll give you 8 for it. That's top dollar I can do. And he's like, nope, can't do it. I said, okay, well, have a nice day then. And I started to leave. He's like, wait. I think we can work with 8. I said, okay, here's 8 grand. Boom. Give me the title. So then, that's how it started, guys. Just that one, saving up and then finally having the money to buy one truck. Yeah, dude, you can even eat bugs if you want to go that far. I wasn't really willing to go that far, you know. But you think you're better than eating bugs? I guarantee you, dude. If the crap hits the fan and there's a world war, you're gonna be eating bugs, dude, or you might starve to death. You know, I've been into a third world country where people eat bugs, right? They eat cat, they eat guinea pig, they eat goat. You know, like I've been to these places, right? Most of you guys have it, and you're like, I can't live without my filet mignon or my Alaskan salmon. You know, I can't live without this T-bone steak or this ribeye. We got some tri-tip. You know, a lot of you guys can't live without that stuff. That's what it's a mental block in your head. Possum sounds pretty good right now. Roach bars. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the lead already pushing bugs on us. Ah, dude, all I can say is here's what I'm going to tell you. If you're not willing to cut your lifestyle now to get ahead of that curve, you will be eating bugs regardless. Like, that's the way the world is working is the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, right? There's going to be have-yachts and have-nots, right? So you want to get ahead of that curve. You better sacrifice now so you have that money, that infrastructure, you know, to build that money before the storm really hits. You know what I mean? You guys saw my bow back here? It's just a cheap bow my grandpa had. This is a Browning. £70 draw. 70 pounds right there. Compound bow. It's not too shabby. It's just an old bow. My grandpa got it from a yard sale. I'm pretty good with it. Anyways, got the Robin Hood over here. So, anyways, guys, I just wanted to say, hey, thanks for checking out the lighting, the electrical we got in here. You know, probably tomorrow I'll have even more progress. I'll probably have a couple more outlets in here. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I feel it coming pretty quick here. So it's gonna be pretty cool, guys. You know, I want you guys to check this stuff out because, you know, it's not every day you get to see somebody build their dream shop. You know, and there's a lot involved into it. Bluegill bass and deer will be okay out in the woods where I'm at. The people that have to get everything from the store, they will be in trouble. 70 pounds will put a hole in stuff. You got that right. 70 pounds will put a hole. It'll put a good hole too if you got the right tip too. If you got that razorback tip, you know, it's got the razors on it. Whoo! Dude, that would go right through something. But I haven't done any bow hunting, but that would be super cool to do. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, Mike. I love fishing and hunting. And like you said, to save money, you got to do it the right way. A lot of people, like, I literally just learned how to do fishing this year. Like, before I would go fishing, I would never catch anything. I finally got hooked up with a kid. Well, I call him a kid. He was like 20. I think he's 23. I can't believe I'm calling a 23-year-old a kid. But anyways, this kid, 23. I met him at the lake I was fishing, and we kind of hit it off, and we ended up going fishing a whole bunch of times together, and I learned so much on how to fish. Like, I went from never catching fish to, like, if I don't catch a fish like if I go out and I don't catch something, that would be surprising. Like 90% of the time I'm catching something, you know. And you got to have those people around you that teach you those techniques and how to do it, right? Because if you just go out by yourself, chances are you're probably not getting nothing. Yeah, I bet you are, masturbator. That's what 50 years of marriage will do to you, right, Mike? So, yeah, it is. A lot of it's how you bait the hook. A lot of it is, you know, and knowing where to fish too. Same thing with hunting. You got to know what works and what doesn't. Heck, half the time I go out, only put where you're going to catch is cold. What'd that say? Oh, the only thing you're going to catch is a cold. Well, do you guys do that ice fishing over there, Blake? Where they have like the little huts? They pull out a little hut onto the lake and they drill a hole and they do the fishing that way. I always heard it's how you wiggle your worm. That definitely helps. But all right, guys. Well, it was nice hanging out with you guys. Thanks for joining. You've never done that. Dude, ice fishing looks pretty fun. Like, because you get the little hut, you drag it out there, you got a heater in there and everything. Your dad was so bad at bow hunting, they just called it hiking with weapons. That's funny. Dude, that is funny. No, it's how you keep your pole straight. Is this getting R-rated? We're just talking about fishing. I don't know where you guys are going with it. I was just talking about fishing. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm sure I'll give you guys an update on the shop later. But for those of you that just tuned in, I'll just show you real quick what we got going on here. And then I'm going to be peacing out. Call it in a night. So we got our panel there. We got a plug in there. No, you didn't show me your new trailer. And then we got a plug, light switch, and then that goes up to the lights. Pretty sweet. Pretty happy with it. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hitting that like button. Thanks for sharing the video on your social media. And I'm sure I'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe one of the other days. Ooh, hydraulic ramps. Heck yeah, dude. Send me a picture of that. Heck yeah. You have a good one, Morgan. And I'll catch you later. I'll catch you guys later. Send me a picture of that trailer, Blake. That sounds freaking sweet. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Hit that like button on the way out.